JIT-TV, just in time.
Sanbonan Babugela Makai and a very warm welcome to JIT-TV News, where we bring you nothing but politics, business, sports and entertainment, all in one experience. Kamalam Andile Kukule, Tintombi Akwatindi, Umashap. And on your headlines for today. SADC Extraordinary Summit on Zimbabwe Crisis angers government. KMH in $150 million capex programs. Dominant Springboks bulldoze their way into World Cup pool of death. Now, ongoing lobbying for the convention of a SADC extraordinary meeting on Zimbabwe has triggered tremors in Harare, with such efforts being described as a treacherous attempt to interfere with internal processes. The South African nation went for polls on the 23rd of August until the 24th, in which President Emmerson Mnangagwa was announced the winner with 52.6%, ahead of the main contender Nelson Chamisa's Citizens Coalition for Change, who polled 44% of the vote. The polls were roughly condemned by local and foreign observer missions for once again failing the litmus test for free, fair and credible electoral standards. Now, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa's public support of Zimbabwe's national election result will lead to more foreign nationals fleeing to South Africa in search of a better life. Zimbabwean nationals living in the country said on Friday President Ramaphosa was one of the three SADC heads of state who attended the inauguration of re-elected Zimbabwe President Emmerson Mnangagwa last Monday. 12 SADC heads of state declined the invitation after observers found the elections were conducted irregularly and fraudulently.
Just-in-time television introduced a revolutionary game changer, a massive banner, bringing your live streaming, be it entertainment, news, animation, reality shows, you name it. Visit our website at www.JIT-TVzw, where you can stream just in time and subscribe for only 10 Rand. And don't forget to go on our social media platforms at Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. JIT-TV is still yet to bring you. Entertainment is our game.
And on your African news, now Al Jazeera Arabic presenter Taima Amassad has had his Facebook profile deleted by Meta 24 hours after the program Tip Off the Iceberg aired an investigation into Meta's censorship of Palestinian content titled The Logged Space. The program's investigation, which aired on Friday, included admissions by Eric Burbank, former head of Israel's cybersecurity apparatus, about his organization's effort to check Palestinian content, according to the Critica, that included liking a photo of a Palestinian killed by Israel forces. The investigation followed up on Burbank's admissions by interviewing a number of human and digital rights experts who agreed that there was a distinct imbalance in how Palestinian content is restricted. And on your international news for today. Now, using heavy equipment and even their bare hands, rescuers in Morocco on Sunday stepped up efforts to find survivors of a devastating earthquake that killed more than 2,100 people and flattened villages. The first foreign rescuers flew in to help the North African country's strongest ever quake killed at least 2,122 people and injured more than 2,400, many seriously, according to official figures updated late on Sunday. Friday's 6.8 magnitude quake strikes 72 kilometers southwest of the tourist hub of Marrakech, whipping out entire villages in the hills of the Atlas Mountains.
I don't know, and it was dark, and the door, my room wasn't what I want to open. I didn't know how I get down or how I opened it. I can't remember nothing because I was in shock. There is no lights. There is and this is my house. I lost everything. We are living now on the streets.
And we just couldn't ever imagined something like this happening here, really. It's just been totally devastating. We're just in survival mode and just trying to get help out to the people who most need it, and we'll process it afterwards. Yeah.
Zambezi River Lodge, Victoria Falls. Nestled on the banks of the mighty Zambezi River, right on the edge of the national park, Zambezi occupies the most unique and finest spot with the tranquility and seclusion every traveler seeks. Each of its well-appointed rooms is either garden or river facing, allowing you to soak in the serenity of the environment. The award-winning restaurant Amlonga offers delectable cuisine, which includes our famous high teas. To explore Victoria Falls from this fine location, book any of our packages now. Zambezi River Lodge. Relax, refresh, replenish.
Let's quickly get down now to the business side of news for today. Now, Zimbabwe's largest mining company, Kuvimba Mining House, says it has spent over $150 million US capital expenditure programs are designed to revive some of the mothballed mines the mining group took over since 2019. KMH was to consolidate Zimbabwe's development agenda by resuscitating and developing mines or industrial operations considered of national strategic importance. KMH Group Chief Finance Officer Innocent Rukweza said that in an interview that the mining group was confident it would recover all the investment being put towards the resuscitation of the acquired entities. On exploration, the mining giant is expecting to spend between $20 million and $30 million across the board. Now, at a meeting in Stellenbosch earlier this week, National Treasury is reported to have told President Cyril Ramaphosa and his ministers that government will have to make drastic decisions if it wants to continue paying the 350 social relief of distress grant. If President Ramaphosa and his government decides to keep the paying SRD grant, it will only be able to afford it by finding other ways to cut down cost. Among the proposals presented by Treasury are to increase value-added tax or close dozens of state programs. In response, the Democratic Alliance has called for the government to be more transparent about its financial crisis. Dial of Technology now introduces an innovative and convenient way to receive medical assistance. The +263 Health app is a virtual medical care platform with a comprehensive network for doctors, specialists, hospitals, and pharmacies to interact a lot easier with patients in the comfort of their home. To access the app, you can download it on Google Play Store or Apple Store, create your own account online, search for a verified doctor, and choose to visit or consult any doctor via video call or WhatsApp to give out details on your prescription for just a minimum consultation fee. That way you can go to any pharmacy near you for your pickup, creating a better world with +263 Health app.
As you can see as an example, this is a live patient consulting a real doctor.
For more information, visit the website at www.plus263health.com. Stop waiting on queues for long hours and move from difficult to easy life with +263 Health app, making health more affordable for every Zimbabwean, because your health is our health too. And on your JIT-TV News, with a focus. Finally, on your sports news for today. Now, following South Africa's 18-3 victory over Scotland in the second match of Pool B at the Rugby World Cup, it was indeed a frantic start at the state domicile, as Scotland were rattled and the defending champions looked to capitalize. Scotland struggled to deal with the Springboks' kicks as the Bok chasers applied pressure and forced errors. The South Africans were relentless in their approach as Finn Russell was charged down and the likes of Blair Kinghorn failed to deal with the high bombs. That pressure was then translated to the Scottish line-out as George Turner could not find his jumpers. The Springboks were fortunate that the TMO and officiating team missed the incident entirely, as the Springboks centre could well have spent the rest of the match on the sidelines. Congratulations to South Africa. A huge thank you for joining me today. As always, kindly please comment and follow us on all our social media platforms on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and TikTok, or rather you can go to our website at www.JIT-TVzw. Signing out, it is Andile Gugulethu. Have yourselves an amazing day.
JIT-TV, just in time.
Zimbabwe, nyika yakanaka. Zimbabwe is a landlocked country between the Zambezi and Limpopo rivers, surrounded by SADC countries like South Africa, Botswana, Zambia and Mozambique. The name Zimbabwe stems from a Shona term for Great Zimbabwe. It's the ruins of an ancient city dating back to between the 11th and 15th centuries, are made entirely of stone and span over 1,800 acres. Ask us about arranging a visit here. The highlands are known for their natural environment, with tourist destinations such as Nyanga, Chimanimane, Vumba and Chirinda Forest at Mount Selinda. Victoria Falls, one of the 7 wonders and one of the world's biggest and most spectacular waterfalls, is located in the country's extreme northwest and is part of the Zambezi River. The Victoria Falls National Park is also in this area and is one of the 8 main national parks in Zimbabwe, the largest of which is Hwange National Park. Matobo Hills National Park is one of the country's most interesting parks from a cultural perspective. It's not only very scenic, it also has a rich human history. Once inhabited by Bushmen, there's a superb collection of well-preserved rock art dating back at least 13,000 years. Lake Kariba is one of the biggest man lakes that is famous for the mystical creature Nyami Nyami and is a popular African travel destination. Zimbabwe is showing a steady growth path economically according to the World Bank review. This is a significant improvement after a 2-year recession due to COVID-19 and other factors. Zimbabwe's agriculture has taken its status of being the breadbasket of Africa, with its land reform program showing phenomenal signs of growth and yields produced by Zimbabweans for Zimbabweans. Land is certainly a good story to tell. Zimbabwe is now the fastest growing third world country in Africa and the world at large. Zimbabwe, Musha Wakanaka. Zimbabwe is blessed with amazing fauna and flora, minerals and many natural resources. It is one of the world's biggest producers of gold and the 3rd biggest producers of platinum. The mining sector remains very lucrative, with some of the world's largest platinum reserves being mined. The Marange diamond fields, discovered in 2006, are considered the biggest diamond find in over a century. So if you need a world-class African country to do business while touring this majestic landscape and seeing the Big 5, Zimbabwe is the destination of choice. Zimbabwe. Zimba Zimbabwe.